What to look for in a destination wedding specialist, part 2. I have several weddings going on right now, and I got a call from a 86-year-old gentleman who wants to go to his friend's granddaughter's wedding, and he wants to bring his wife with him, and he booked the romance suite with the big bathtubs with the flower petals and the butler, and he's just so excited to bring his wife. They actually delayed this for their anniversary for this wedding so that they could go and celebrate there, and they're staying for quite a while. I think it's like 8 or 9 days for this trip. But it got me thinking that if it was anyone else who didn't have respect for their elders, a destination wedding specialist might not treat an older guy like this with the kind of love and care that they would treat their own grandfather. And so I was thinking about that, and I wanted to do a couple of 3 ideas of what to look for a destination wedding specialist and make sure that they're the right one. So here's a couple of them. Look for someone who listens. And of course that this is important. You want people to listen to you when you're making these great big purchases and these great big memories for the rest of your life. This is your wedding. This is important. So you want these wonderful memories. But you need to find a specialist who's going to pay close attention to what your needs are and to do their best to deliver them. If it seems like that this person that you're already interviewing for your destination wedding is not listening to you, that you've told them something several times and they're just not hearing your vision, you might want to go ahead and find somebody else. Because this is such a big deal, it's such a big purchase, so make sure you're finding someone who's going to listen. Also, you need to look for someone who has patience. Because like I said, talking with this 86-year-old gentleman who it was very nice, I liked him very much, but I had to explain something several times. And then he would call me back and ask a couple more questions, and I needed to be very patient with him as if he were my grandfather. So look for someone that has patience. They're going to be taking care of your loved ones and explaining things to them and maybe answering the same questions several times, which is fine. That's part of the job. But they need to have patience and not mistreat maybe those guests that need something explained a couple times. Look for someone who knows etiquette and manners, especially when it comes to your older relatives. Is this person someone who will be polite to my grandfather, right? Just like this guy I'm telling you about. I would want my dad or my grandfather or my grandmother to be treated with a lot of respect, to be, lots of patience and kindness, and what can I do for you, Mr. So-and-so? What can I do for you, Mrs. So-and-so? One of my clients has a friend of the family. She's I think she's 90 years old, or so. She's old enough to be old, but young enough where she can travel. And she was a doctor forever. So when I talk to her, I call her doctor and her last name, right? And yes, sir, and no, ma'am, and things like that. Is this person that's going to do your wedding, are they going to show that love and respect to your family as if they were her own? That's so important. So I know these are kind of things that you wouldn't think of. And I just wanted to put them out there to kind of tweak your thinking, maybe put it in your back pocket. Some of the things that you need to look for in a destination wedding specialist. I'm Olivia with Hidden Alleys Luxury.